Taiwan. I'm Ethan Liu, News from here in Taiwan and around the world. As part of the nationwide Hanguang defense drills, armed forces have simulated a defense of the Danjiang Bridge, a strategic choke point north of Taipei. Troops erected defensive positions, including barriers, barbed wire, and sandbags. The bridge over the Danshui River just opened in May and so presents a new element in national defense. And analysts are capturing the bridge would give an attacker a direct supply line from the coast to the capital.
那以台北市周边来讲，其实最适合作为这个共军大部队登陆的海滩，是从桃园的观音到淡水河南岸的新北的巴黎，因为这一带的海滩不但够长，所以更重要的是它附近又有台北港，然后呢，在桃园附近离桃园机场又很近。
This year's Hanguang exercise began Wednesday and lasts for 10 days. Taiwan has completed a fully autonomous search mission using AI piloting software and domestically produced drones. Taiwan's Zhongshan Institute teamed up with American startup Shield AI to pilot a 3-drone search mission. The drones covered their own search areas, coordinated maneuvers, and landed themselves once the mission was complete. Shield AI says this kind of piloting software is critical for effective drone use on the battlefield. Following the successful trial, the institute says it plans to roll out the piloting software more broadly across Taiwan's drone fleet. Taiwan is investigating Chinese companies suspected of illegally recruiting high-tech talent. Experts warn of national security risks and are urging tighter regulations. Aichi reports.
Taiwan's investigators have raided dozens of sites and questioned more than 100 people across the country in July and early August. Part of the investigations into 17 China-linked firms allegedly involved in setting up shell companies to illegally poach Taiwanese chip and high-tech talent. Experts warn the issue goes far beyond a single employee leaving a local company or an engineer being recruited away. It poses real risks to national security.
关键性的人物，那他可能不是只有知道怎么做而已，他甚至知道这整个团队有哪些人，那甚至于说，那我今天做出来之后，我要怎么去验证这个东西？那当然不可避免就产生了这样子的一个国安的一个风险存在。
Among the Chinese firms suspected of illegally recruiting talent and operating unlicensed office in Taiwan are several publicly listed technology companies. Those include semiconductor equipment maker ACM Research and IC design GOK Microelectronics. Authorities said the poaching could erode Taiwan's competitive edge in the global AI race by weakening its long-established chip and ICT supply chains. An expert says that Taiwan needs to further strengthen regulations and expand legal protections for core technologies, including emerging sectors like AI servers, to prevent exploitation by shell companies.
是采用营业秘密法，营业秘密法呢，不论在罚金还是在刑期上面呢，都太轻微，无法遏制中国挖角台湾科技人才。所以行政院在2023年和2024年分别订定了国家核心关键技术，通常就是寄出国家安全法。
Despite uncovering more than 100 suspected Chinese talent poaching cases since late 2020, Taiwan continues to focus on shoring up protections for critical tech, as China's recruitment targets extend beyond technical expertise to valuable industry networks. Patrick Chen, NIT for TaiwanPlus.
U.S. President Donald Trump has ordered a 15% tariff and minimum import prices on a key raw material used in making semiconductors. The proposed tariffs target polysilicon, which is used in manufacturing semiconductors, solar panels, and other electronics components. According to the White House, the new regulations will stack on top of other tariffs and fees already in place. But tariffs on polysilicon from Taiwan will be capped at 15%. Trump's decision comes as part of a broader U.S. effort to shift supply chains away from China. The order is set to take effect in December. The think tank leading Taiwan's diplomatic push into South and Southeast Asia is marking its anniversary. Leslie Liao was at a ceremony that looked to the future of Taiwan's ties in the region.
The Taiwan-Asia Exchange Foundation, a think tank responsible for driving Taiwan's diplomatic exchanges in South and Southeast Asia, is celebrating 8 years since its founding. In 2016, then-President Tsai Ing-wen launched the New Southbound Policy, an initiative to increase Taiwan's engagement with South Asia, Southeast Asia, Australia, and New Zealand. The goal was to decrease Taiwan's reliance on China and increase cooperation with regional neighbors. 2 years later, in 2018, TAF was founded and has been pushing the New Southbound Policy ever since. Today, Tsai's initiative lives on under President Lai Ching-te as the New Southbound Policy Plus. But the head of the foundation says that the think tank will soon be tasked with more responsibility.
So we are moving the trilogy from New Southbound Policy since 2016 and then to the President Lai's New Southbound Policy Plus, and also under President Lai, he is going to move forward toward a drafting and announcing a Taiwan Indo-Pacific strategy.
Marking the occasion were diplomatic officials as well as India's representative and Singapore's deputy representative to Taiwan. Both celebrated growing ties with Taipei and said there was room for more exchanges.
Semiconductors have rightly become an important pillar for our engagement. But they are only one part of much broader agenda that includes not only electronics, smart manufacturing, AI and clean technology, and advanced engineering, but also traditional industry base such as textile, machinery, footwear, steel production, rubber products, etc.
Last year, Taiwan became Singapore's largest trading partner. Per Singapore statistics, that amounted to $130 billion.
There were also 2 panel discussions about Taiwan's role in the Indo-Pacific and the future of the region. Now, 8 years into its mission, TAF looks primed to expand its remit, ready to keep promoting Taiwan's international presence. Justin Wu and Leslie Liao in Taipei for TaiwanPlus.
Taichung prosecutors have indicted 17 people over a scam that cheated a leading Taiwan charity out of nearly $33 million. The accused included former head of a local law association and his middleman. The pair offered to procure 5 million doses of a COVID vaccine for the Buddhist charity Tzu Chi Foundation in 2021 at the height of the pandemic. But prosecutors say the pair put the money into personal and corporate accounts, withdrew large amounts in cash, and even converted some into gold. The Tzu Chi Foundation says it plans to recover funds through legal proceedings. Taiwan is moving to block a new Chinese platform promoting work and study opportunities, saying it could put young people at risk. The portal features job listings and exchange programs across China. Taiwan's Mainland Affairs Council, which handles relations with Beijing, said the website could be part of Beijing's psychological warfare efforts. It also warns users' personal data could potentially be leaked. Minister Chiu Trui-zhen also questions the platform's motives, pointing to China's own high youth unemployment. For more on China's job bank website and Taipei's response, Reefs Air spoke to Hongpu Zhao, Deputy Executive Director at the University of Taipei Center for Mainland China and Regional Development Research.
How is China using educational or employment channels online to reach young Taiwanese people?
中国把这个网络平台纳入整个青年工作的一部分，那包含了线上的课程、求职的平台、实习招募、创业计划以及社群媒体等等。那我想这也让我们看到，就是说中国对台的青年的一个工作的规划。它是一个依照每个人的成长的一个阶段，从国小、国中、高中到大学不同的阶段，它开始去设立不同的一个接触的平台，甚至到了你将来进入了一个职场，透过网络开始建立一个长期性的一个联系管道。
Is Taiwan's government moving to remove or block these websites an appropriate or effective response?
第一个就是说，这些平台如果它当然涉及的一个违法的一个招募。甚至是收集个资，那这些都是属于一个当然会危害到我们台湾的一个国家安全。我想在这样的一个前提下，政府这些行政作为是有必要的，我们也应该也支持，但是我也必须要提出来，就是说这样的一个平台，一个收集，不管他们所讲的一个联系或者是收集个资的这样的一个平台，只不过是中国对台青年工作的一项工具。
How else can Taiwan realistically help protect young Taiwanese people from this kind of online platform that might seek to indoctrinate them?
中国是以一个国家的一个工程的这样的一个概念， 来推动这样的一个工作，青年工作。我讲台湾这边来讲，我也建议就是说，我们也必须把它相对应的提升到一个国家的一个层级。比如说教育部，你的业务就是负责校园交流啦、教师的带团啦等等的这些视读教育啊。陆委会你也要收集研析中国的相关的这些作为。包括在这青年政策、交流政策等等，那提供各部会来做参考。那外交部、侨委会、国科会这些，我们应该去规划更多，让台湾的年轻人走入世界、走入国际，跟所有的民主国家交朋友，让彼此能够更认识彼此。
That was Hong Pu Zhao from the University of Taipei Center for Mainland China and Regional Development Research. Okinawa's colorful coral reefs are under threat from climate change. Scientists are racing to find ways to keep them cool before they face more extensive mass bleaching. Aichi has more.
In the clear blue waters around Japan's southern islands of Okinawa, coral reefs are dying. The ocean is experiencing a major heat wave, and with a strong El Niño coming, plus other threatening conditions, researchers at the Okinawa Institute of Science and Technology say the coral reefs may not be able to survive for much longer.
The urgency is because if we don't understand what climate change or ocean warming, acidification does to coral reef ecosystem, there is a chance we're going to lose them or change them forever.
It's been one of the hottest summers ever in Japan, with a new word, kokushobi, created to describe the heat, cruelly hot days. And scientists are warning that a mass bleaching event may be inevitable. That's when corals turn white after losing the healthy algae that they rely on for nutrients. It's often caused by heat, UV stress, or pollution.
Maybe not this year, but next year, it's just like a bomb ready to explode. So, yeah, the likelihood will be, for me, if the situation is like that, it's almost 100% that soon in Okinawa or around the world, we will have another mass bleaching event.
Mass bleaching doesn't kill coral directly, but it leaves them vulnerable to disease that could kill them. And bleaching is devastating for the thousands of fish species that make coral reefs their home. In Ravashi's lab, scientists are testing how marine life adapts to heat to better predict what could happen in an ocean without coral reefs. In another part of Okinawa, coral farmer Kinjo Koji is trying another approach, trying to make coral stronger by exposing them early on to strong UV rays. He says these techniques help his coral survive a 2024 bleaching. But there are critics.
When we carry out this kind of work, people often tell us that we should restore the sea to how it used to be. But the sea will never return to the way it was in the past. Our approach is therefore to create a place with a rich ecosystem that can adapt to the conditions of the coming era.
But making corals more resilient to climate change is just one part of the equation. Tourism drives 80% of Okinawa's economy, but hotel construction and pollution also pose a threat to the coral reefs that so many come to see. However, local conservationists say tourists can also be part of the solution.
We encourage tourists to take part in eco-friendly programs that aim to increase or protect corals. This way, tourists can develop a greater awareness of environmental protection, and local residents may also feel grateful to see more tourists taking part in such activities. I think this can create a mutually beneficial effect.
These local conservationists hope that their work will be enough to help save the coral reefs around their shores before it's too late. Joseph Wu, Tiffany Wang, and IT for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. You can visit the TaiwanPlus website or follow our social media for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, we leave you with images of a masked musical duo bringing their unique style to the stage in Brussels. I'm Nathaniel. Take care, and I'll see you next time.